There is one very important aspect that none of the financial expert is ever going to talk to you about. Do you know what that is? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's episode, we are going to talk about that one secret thing that none of the financial advisor ever would tell you. So let's get started. There is one very important subject that I believe is missing from our school curriculum, and I strongly feel that this need to be added as part of the school curriculum as one of the subject that need to be taught, and that is financial literacy. Now, in school, although we are taught maths, but as part of that subject, what we have been told is 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. That is not always true for everyone. The value of 100 is 100, right? Irrespective of what comes in and around. But in real world, a person who is not financially strong and is weaker, right? So for him, the value of 100 would be much higher compared to a person who is earning in millions, right? So for him, the value of 100 would be negligible compared to a person whose per day earning is in 100. So yes, so if you can understand what I'm trying to say, there is a huge difference in terms of the integer values that we are taught as part of our math subject compared to the way the financial literacy plays a role in terms of explaining the value of this number in real life. Now, because of this gap in our schooling system, what we do is we either start hearing many of the financial expert podcasts or start taking advices from people all across social media, or else we start talking to the advisors through the stockbroking firm or through people who are selling mutual funds. Now, as because of this gap we don't understand the value of these integers. This leads to taking so much of the information from people around the world that we really miss on the aspect that the financial goal cannot be same for everyone, right? It keeps on changing based on individual situation and the aim that one is targeting to achieve in his life. I keep on seeing so many videos or podcasts talking about some 20-40-40 rules or 40-20-40 rules or something like that, where basically the intention is to say that you spend 40% of your earning on your basic necessity, 40% on your lifestyle, and 20% on savings, and things like that. Now, I really don't understand how this one rule can be applicable to people across the financial grid. Means a person who is earning 10,000 a month and a person who is earning maybe 3 to 4 lakhs in a month, how can the same rule apply to both the people? Now a person who is earning, say for example, 10,000 per month, for him if you say that you have to save 40%, it would be kind of impossible. A person can't survive with just 6,000 expenditure in a month, right? But a person who is earning maybe 3 to 4 lakhs in an annum, if you say that you have to save 40%, that person might say that no, considering my income, I am very well placed to save between 60 to 70%, and in some cases 80% as well, right? So this 20-40-20 or 20-40-40 rule, what people talk about, I really don't know how people can make such statements without considering anybody's individual situation. The second very important thing that I keep hearing about is the stock market advice. Now people keep on giving advices. There are so many experts, and don't take me wrong, I'm not criticizing any of these people. They are doing so much because of so much gap and opportunity in the market, right? That there are so many people who are becoming expert. I know there are definitely few prominent people who are well qualified, who have done so much in their life that they are capable of making such statement. But at the same point of time, there are very youngsters and people who have done some kind of 3 month 6 month diploma, or maybe some national stock exchange course for 2 weeks, and they are now started giving financial advices. So I was just giving an example where a person might, or a stockbroker might give you an advice for a stock, say for example HDFC Bank. He or she might give you an advice that please go ahead and buy this stock, right? And then after 7 days, he or she might say that once the price reaches, or if the price increases by 10-15%, you should go ahead and sell it. Now I really don't know, again the same thing, that how can the same advice be true for two persons? Say for example a person who is just 20 years old and have just bought HDFC Bank stock. At the same point of time, there is another person who is 65 or 70 years old, and he or she is holding HDFC Bank stock. The advice cannot be true for both the parties. The person who is of 20 years of age can hold the stock for maybe 10 years, 15 years, and 20 years, and considering the past experiences and the returns that a company might have given, it is very possible that person over a long term can gain 20 to 30% on an average yearly return. But at the same point of time, a person who is already in his 65 or 70, you can't expect that person to hold the same stock for 10 years or 15 years, right? So again, the strategy that has been, or the kind of tips that are being provided to people all around, can't be true without knowing about individual situation, their finances, and what is their long term goal. And finally, there is another section of advisor which are available again across social media and as a person in market, who will provide you advice about the asset class where you should be investing. Now, there is a group of people who are strictly against investing into banks fixed deposit. Then there is a group of people who talks that you should never be buying a property. There are a set of people who say that you should will be getting an assured 12 to 15% return from stock market. Uh, Believe me, there is nothing called sure shot or 100%, or nobody in this world can provide you 100% guarantee for a return from any of the financial instrument that is available in the market. Yes, there can be any person can say in terms of a probability that there is a high probability that you might get X percentage return from a particular asset class, but nobody can guarantee you this. So as soon as somebody tells you that I guarantee you that you will be getting this much percentage of return from a particular asset class, simply run away from there, right? That's the one thing that you should definitely be doing. Now, why I'm saying this, again the same logic, that there can be a group of person who has a vision that he or she wants to buy a car in next 3 years, or there is a group of person who says that okay, I want to save money for my retirement, which is going to happen in another 5 to 7 years. Or there is another set of people who are earning really less and they want to save money in case something wrong happens in their career, or they are kicked out of their job, right? So again the same thing, that none of the person should be providing an advice on the asset class that you should be definitely not investing in X or Y instrument, and only should be investing in a specific asset class, right? We already have seen the kind of losses people have made in term by investing into digital currency like cryptocurrencies, right? So again, there were so many people, advisors, who were talking about that you will be getting 20, 30, 40, I don't know what not, return through these asset classes, but nothing of that happened. So it's a kind of proof that nobody can give you a guarantee. So the idea from this video is not to provide any kind of recommendation or suggestion that where you should be investing your money. The idea is to highlight the fact that yes, there is definitely a gap in terms of financial literacy as part of our schooling system. I'm not saying that it is only restricted to any country, but I see that across the globe. At least I'm not aware if in any part of the globe um financial literacy is there as a subject. So what I'm trying to say basically is that it is very important that at this juncture of our life, everybody should have a fair understanding in terms of the various financial instrument that is available in the market. the kind of risk which is associated with these instruments, the kind of return that particular instrument or product has given historically over the years, for how long one need to hold that instrument in terms of getting that kind of a return. Do one has the appetite of holding that particular product over a time frame? At the same point of time, not sticking with somebody's suggested methodology of some 20-40-40 or 60-20-20 rule. One should definitely be looking at their own situation. At the same point of time, everybody has an aspiration either to go for a vacation or to buy some vehicle, car, or a two-wheeler. At the same point of time, somebody want to just buy their first home. So people should be planning accordingly, and then they should be taking their decision. So that's the whole point about today's video. I hope this video might have been able to provide you some insight in terms of what I'm trying to suggest, and this should be able to help you in taking the right decision as part of your financial goal. So thanks everyone for watching, and stay connected.